played a game on Sunday. Obviously, first game without LeBron in the lineup. LeBron was injured in the second quarter of the game against the Atlanta Hawks. More on that in a minute. And this is what life's like without LeBron James. The Lakers run off the court by the Phoenix Suns, look like the Lakers of a few years ago. I mean, that was a great performance. It reminded me of when the Lakers kept getting the second pick in the draft, and they were terrible. And, man, am I going to enjoy the next couple of weeks of Laker basketball as they go into the abyss. Wow. So, again, it comes down to what grade, depending on how long LeBron's going to be out. You have grade 1, which is the least severe, all the way up to grade 3, which is the most problematic. The early word on the street is that LeBron's suffering a grade 2, which, if that is true, would mean a walking boot or a soft brace will be placed on LeBron James. So let us discuss the question: how concerned should the Lakers be with LeBron James' injury? So on the MALLER scale of panic, 1 to 10, with 10 being the sky is falling. The sky is falling. All right, for the LeBron James injury, I am at a 27 for the Lakers. They're done. Stick a fork in them. It's over. Finito. That's it. I've got the thumb, the locomotive, and the dog fight. And we will lock all of these things together. Now, number one. The Lakers season right now is hanging by a thread. It is. And that's not hyperbole. That's not gasbaggery. That's reality. Until proven otherwise, you downgrade the purple and gold from contender to pretender. LeBron James being out, what sounds like for the long haul of the regular season, is a death blow. You know, it's not just another body blow. It's the final body blow. Now, officially, as we said, LeBron is listed as out indefinitely. LeBron said the road to recovery begins now, he said. The spin from the Lakers media cartel is that LeBron James will be back better than ever in 5 weeks from now, or 6 weeks. This is what's known as wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. These high ankle sprains have a very sneaky habit of lingering. Talk about basketball and how important it is to use your ankle, and the ankle not quite going to be right for LeBron James the rest of the season. The high ankle sprain recovery time varies. Some people can return to their sport within 6 weeks, but there are exceptions to the rule that, and there are others that last a lot longer. And as a rule of thumb, roughly, this is the key thing that should give everyone who is a Laker historian heartburn, right? About 50% of athletes that suffer the high ankle sprain experience symptoms 6 months down the line. That means there's a 50% chance that LeBron James will be feeling gimpy in his ankle in September. Hello, September. And this injury, if what we're being told is accurate, the final nail in the LeBron MVP campaign. Now, he was not going to win the MVP anyway. That was just some BS by the LeBron apologists in the media. He wasn't leading the MVP race at any point. He was not. He certainly has no chance of winning it now. We can officially put that conversation to bed. LeBron's not winning the MVP. Now, secondly, several purple and gold historians are blaming this all this bad luck and all this stuff. They're spinning it, saying there's something else going on here and all this, it's all a cop-out. The Lakers are in the world of hurt they're in right now because management screwed up. They hitched their wagon to a fragile player and Anthony Davis, who you're getting the full Anthony Davis experience right now in Lakerland. This guy, that's all he did in New Orleans was get hurt. And now he's getting hurt as a Laker. And every time they give an update, 2 more weeks, he'll be out 2 more weeks. And now, as we predicted, go back to the podcast we did, the monologues we did when LeBron signed with the Lakers. You get a long and a 2-star. Don't let a falling star fall on you. These outcomes are predictable. You do not have to be a distant relative of Nostradamus or a friend of Nostradamus to know This is the recipe for indigestion. Now, if you're a cockeyed optimist, you'll say that this is only temporary. Okay, until the next injury. There is no timetable, for example, for the unibrow's return. Every update says 2 more weeks and we'll reevaluate it. Davis is legendary. He's brittle. The man's brittle. He may never be able to return to all-star form. And then you have the LeBron age quagmire. There's no workaround. There's no workaround for this, right? We were spot on with that analysis when LeBron agreed to join the Lakers. Be careful, hitching up your locomotive to the LeBron train, because LeBron's 36 years old. He's past his athletic prime, and studies show that injured athletes who are older, it takes them as much as 15 to 18% longer to recover from the same injury where the younger athlete can come back and perform. And LeBron now, what is this, his 3rd year with the Lakers, I believe now, his 3rd season with the Lakers. This is his 2nd major injury as a Laker. And, think about that. Think about LeBron and his situation here. LeBron James, he missed 10-plus consecutive games just once in his NBA career. All right, only one time. And that was a couple years ago with the Lakers, his first season there. He missed 17 games with a groin injury. And now, for the 2nd time in 3 years, he's going to miss, you would think, at a minimum of 15 games. At the very least, he's going to be out for 15 games, the bare minimum here. And that means that 2 of the last 3 years, 2 out of 3, LeBron James will have suffered a serious injury for the Lakers. So, okay, I think that makes you injury prone. I believe that makes you injury prone at that point. All right, final thought on this. The most entitled group of NBA observers continue to be the lemmings who like the Lakers there. They have turned to vigilante internet justice because this is all Solomon Hill's fault. Who? He's a basketball player for the Atlanta Hawks, and he's dirty, and how dare him ruin our championship season and all that. Spoiler alert, it's all bullcrap. Solomon Hill made a good basketball play to knock the ball away from LeBron James. It was then a free-for-all, and he dove for the loose ball. There was a dogfight situation, and he jumped and tried to get the ball. LeBron also going for the ball, and he ended up getting dinged. Nothing dirty at all about the play. It's a good hustle play by Solomon Hill of the Atlanta Hawks. And some of the NBA players don't like it because it makes them look bad, because they don't dive on the floor. They don't, for loose balls in the regular season, it's bad etiquette to do that. But there is a pretty good chance that LeBron James and Anthony Davis will not be back in the regular season. And you're going to hear a lot of bull crap about how positive everything's going to be and the Lakers will be all right. They're not. All right? They're not. Lakers are in a world of trouble, and I would not be shocked if they miss the playoffs. If LeBron and Anthony Davis are both out the rest of the regular season, I certainly see a scenario where they are out of the playoff picture there. And how's that going to look? Man, can you imagine? Can you imagine the Lakers not making the playoffs? And that is legitimately on the table with LeBron and Anthony Davis out. Now, they started Sunday 6.5 games up on the 9th seed. They lost to the Suns. The Lakers run off the court. And all those complementary players that they have, none of them are going to be able to carry the load there. Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, they're all complementary players. And we have seen Montrezl Harrell, when asked to step up, he vanishes. He's got no spine in big games. Ask the Clippers. They saw him firsthand. That's why he's no longer a Clipper. He's Laker trash now, because Harrell disappears in big spots. Go down the list. Kyle Kuzma. This guy got hyped up. Kyle Kuzma this, Kyle Kuzma that. He's not the answer. And we saw he had an opportunity against the Suns, went out, took 16 shots, made 5 of them in the game on Sunday. His first opportunity, sans LeBron in the lineup. And Schroeder, listen, he's not a guy that's going to lead you anywhere either. While he was out there, the team was outscored by 13 points. Lakers are screwed. They are royally screwed here. And I think it would be great if they maybe get in back in the lottery. They can get another lottery pick there. Although I think they traded all their picks anyway. I don't think they have any picks, so it doesn't really matter there. But what a mess. What a mess. And just think that LeBron, as a Laker, 2 of the last 3 years now suffering an injury, and he's signed up. A few more years of LeBron. This is something you have to look forward to. Put it on your calendar. LeBron James suffering an injury, because that's usually what happens to players as they go older in professional basketball. They are more prone to injury.